What up, folks? I'm ultrazillatoys to have a review of the PhatMojo company Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes White Dragon, a limited edition of over 8,000. I don't know how limited that is, but it does have an exclusive trading card inside, and you could collect them all, which, I don't know. Maybe I could be convinced of that. And it is fully articulated and posable, and I'll debate that a little bit. But that said, Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes White Dragon from PhatMojo company is here. I flirted with getting some of these last summer when I believe they came out, but I'm not 100% sure about that because I think they might have been out a little bit before that. Could have been 2022, could have been even before that. I'm not 100% sure because there's very little reviews on this line of figures because they're not very accessible. I only saw it last summer at Newberry Comics. I debated getting them on the spot because, again, I have never seen them, and I had some birthday money, which I ultimately put into the SHMA Monster Hunter Mitsune, which was a mistake. I should have just grabbed these guys while I had the chance in person, but I didn't because it was like 40 bucks, and I felt like, or 41 or whatever it was, and I just felt like it was expensive for what it is, even though it's a big figure. I don't know, it just seemed like a lot, and I didn't know if I wanted to pay that. However, the only other spot I found them, it has been Amazon, and they all go from between 35 and 40 bucks. So I was just like, I guess that's the MSRP on these things. I could be wrong about that. Maybe they were cheaper. I could see them about 30 bucks, really, but, you know, because they're, again, tall figures. But I did have some Amazon points. I did have a little bit of store credit, so I got it down to 20 bucks. That's really good. And the reason why I got it now is because, and you've heard me say this on the channel if you are a subscriber, but I've been meaning to get the SHMA version, and I could give you some news that it is on its way from Amazon Japan. There was a price drop on it. I believe it was from a second seller, but shipped from Amazon Japan. And shipped, I got it for 103 bucks. That's pretty awesome for that, because the cheapest right now on regular Amazon is 124. Now, it could go cheaper at some point, but I didn't want to wait anymore. I really, really wanted that. So with that said, I was like, you know what? Finally time to pull the trigger on this. I do like this box. It's a nice foil for Yu-Gi-Oh! Over here, by the way. And you can see the figure nice and clearly inside. I was going to wait till that other one came in so I could do the reviews closer to each other, but that's going to be here probably in the next week, so I'm good with that. Maybe a little bit longer than that. I'm not sure. I chose regular standard shipping. But Ultrazilla Jr. is really excited about this now that he's seen it here, so I want to get it out for him. And he really is excited about the exclusive trading cards. So, without any further ado, let's get to this review. And here's our dragon out of package. It's pretty nice, but before we get to it, let's look at the card it does come with, as mentioned. It is a Blue Eyes White Dragon card. It's got some nice gold foil. It's in this little plastic. I'm going to keep it in there. Nice gold foil around. It's just one of these plain cards. It's not like a real card, I guess. You know, it's exclusive to this set, right? So it's just a plain card for your collection, whatever. I'm sure Ultrazilla Jr. will like it. Either way, it's got some nice art on it, and there you go. As for the Blue Eyes White Dragon itself, let's talk about the articulation first, because I mentioned that's a point of debate, because it doesn't really have that much articulation. Come on. The head's on a ball joint, and that moves pretty good. The mouth does not open or close, and that is a mistake. I mean, you can't put a hinge there. Come on. Then you have a swivel at the neck there. You have a swivel at the shoulder here. This one moves more like it's like on a ball joint. I don't know if that's on purpose or this is not pushed in through, but hold away. But whatever, you get, at least on mine, a little bit more motion here. The wings do not move. They are just popped in. You have to pop them in. You have to pop in the tail. The tail does not move either. It is what it is. The only other articulation is at the hips, and it's just a swivel. So that is it. It is no better than a vinyl figure in terms of articulation, except for that head, which moves pretty nicely. Bed articulation aside, it's actually really nice. It's got a really great sculpt and a beautiful finish on the paint. Like, really, really nice. Okay, he's not really white, per se. He's more silver, but the way the light catches it makes you see white. So, it's silver, really, though, with some, like, nice, like, shading throughout. Really good looking, honestly. And again, the sculpt is really nice. You see some nice musculature on the legs. You got some nice spikies going on, the nails and everything. Nothing really going on the bottom. But the legs in total look pretty decent. And then you got a really nice looking tail here. The back looks all right, you know. The wings are pretty nice. I do like them. I guess they're a little small for what they're supposed to be, but hey, we're getting the SH Monster Arts, so it is okay. The wings are small, but they look good. They do look good. I do like them. They are more of a hard plastic. This is more of a like standard action figure plastic. The arms are decent too. Good sculpt. Chest has a nice sculpt on it as well. I like the hands. Very nicely done. I like the spikes at the elbows and the shoulders. Pretty good. The wings from the front look real nice. Got a decent looking neck. And then the head sculpt is pretty good. It's big. It's a big head sculpt. Does this dude usually have big heads? I think he does, actually. I think the SH Monster Arts head is pretty big, too. I've seen it in person a few times now, and I think it's pretty big at Toy Fair, at the Tamashii store, so... yeah, it's big. This head sculpt is good, though. I like the spikes on the side. It's always interesting. They kind of look like little things that should shoot out, right? Like little rockets. I like the scaling back here. That looks good. The blue eyes are excellent. Very, very nicely done here. The teeth are all painted well. The tongue and the gums are in pink. I do have one little blemish there on my tongue. He's got a little boo-boo. But otherwise, I'd say this is pretty... Ooh, is that a little blemish on my wing too? Looks like a little slit. I wonder if that was caused by like the packing things. Hate those things. Little plastic ties. Ugh. Annoying. I wouldn't doubt it. But, you know, otherwise, I think this looks really nice. He stands good. This is a nice looking dragon. I like it. I mean, I don't think it's a $40 piece of dragon. But I can see it as a $30 piece just because it's big and it's got a nice finish. So, I don't know. Again, I don't know what the original cost of this is. Like, if you guys have seen it in other stores and you know, you remember the price or you bought it, let me know what you paid for it, because I'm curious. Again, like the only time I only saw it once in store and it was $40 plus, and I only have seen it really on Amazon. I don't count eBay, forget that. I only seen it on Amazon, and the sellers there, which all are shipped by Amazon, by the way, so it's third party by Amazon. I don't know what I said in the beginning, like second party or something. I don't know what the hell that means. But shipped from Amazon are all like for the series are all between 35 and 40. This one was 39. So yeah, I basically paid, again, I paid 20, but I basically, you know, it was the same price as the one I saw, the only one I saw in store. So I do know that the PhatMojo line of Yu-Gi-Oh products have been in, let's say, Target. Like, I've seen, like, some of the smaller figures at Target before. Not very often, but I have seen them. Like, but I've never seen these guys. And I always look in the collector section because that's where they would be. And I never, ever, ever seen them. So if you've seen them there and you remember the price or you bought them, let us know down below because I'd be curious. I doubt now you'd be able to find them unless they reissue them. So, you know, you're kind of left with what you're left with. And if I do decide to get more, and I might because it's pretty good, but I might wait till I get more points and, you know, cut down the price of another one. But I like this enough, I have to say. I do. It's pretty nice. And And for your size comparisons, while we do not have the SH Monster Arts version of the Blue Eyes White Dragon quite yet, here's a bunch of other figures you might have in your collection. A few different lines to choose from, including an SH Monster Arts with the Godzilla 72 and one of the High Toys Godzilla Kaiju number 8 from SH Figure Arts that we just recently reviewed, and Rodan from Playmates Titan Tech series. So yeah, he's a big dude. He's a big dude, but he works well with some other lines, I think. He's not, crazy out of range. That big head might be, but he's not so bad. And a quick bonus size comparison, because I just thought, oh yeah, the Super 7 line might scale really, really well with this, and it does. I really like this scale. Yes, I use a Shogun Godzilla here because similar articulation, you know what I'm saying? And kind of finished too in a way, like very simple. I like this. I think it works really, really, really well. And my final thoughts, I actually rather like this guy. He's pretty cool. Like, he's a solid figure. Nothing loose. I mean, look, he got better articulation, right? The jaw. Like, that's where I feel like it needed it the most. The jaw would have been good, and with everything else, I would have been fine. And the wings flapping, the tail moving, would be fine too. But the jaw, for some reason, I really feel like they missed the opportunity to make this figure cooler. If it only had a jaw. But it's cool. Like, it's a nice sculpt, and the wings could be bigger, yes. But it's a nice sculpt, and the finish is really, really excellent. So I like it. I think it's a really good figure, and I feel like I want to get more of these. Like I said, I think I'll wait till I get my Amazon points each month to take some money off of them, or if I have other credit I'll use on them. But I feel like I want to feature more of these guys on the channel, even though they're not quite new anymore. It's still new to me, right? So it'd be cool to do so, because I don't know, I like this guy. I do. I don't know. I have a love for figures like this. I really do. For me, it's not always about the articulation. Heck, I could get all the Playmates toys and all that stuff and have fun with them. So yeah, this is good stuff in my opinion. It really is. It's just price. The price is the only drawback, honestly. But otherwise, pretty solid. There you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection. Now, with some Yu-Gi-Oh figures that you're gonna see on the channel. How about that? Till next time, peace out, peeps.